because I was only in a 2-bedroom where I lived. So I've gone online to bid on a house, and it just said fix Warren Street, and that's when Great Places have phoned me to ask me to go and look at one of the properties, and then about a week later they phoned me back to say that I'd got it. So it was just by chance, me just going online to look for somewhere. But they'd not been finished being built yet, this estate that I'd been offered. So you got a letter, and it was a map, you know, showing you which house was yours. So I spent most of them days walking about the building site trying to have a sneak peek at my house, but that wasn't built yet. That it was just a brand new sparkling house. That was it. I think it was more the fascination of it. It was a brand new house, you know, you're coming in and putting your own stamp on this brand new house, aren't you? I think it was more that.
Well, I lived in a little cul-de-sac in Holcombe Close. It was like a few of us, and I loved it. My kids could play out. It was my home. I enjoyed it. Got told that it was coming down, and I was one of the last ones out because I had a larger family, and they did say they'd get me a bigger house, and it took me a year to get this one. I was quite happy because I knew it was a big house for me to go in, and I'm still near my friends and family. So yeah, well, I knew because I watched them being built, so I knew what I was getting and what I wanted, so I was quite happy. But this is my favourite room, my kitchen, because I'm in here 24/7 with my friends, enjoying a coffee, fresh air, but enjoy myself. Yeah, I've gone all eco with my stuff.
I moved here because I used to live with my mum, very overcrowded, so I needed more stability for my sons, and so we moved to Ancoats in this new house. I didn't know it was an eco home, but I knew it was a new property in regards to it was called New Islington, whereas I knew this area was Ancoats before. Very surprised that it was very big inside, and very shocked and very happy. I bid for all areas because I wanted to get home for my boys, and I was just bidding for any 3-bedroom properties that were available. It's been brilliant moving in. My sons really love it. They've got their own rooms. Well, they share, but they've got a room. The area's nice. The neighbours are really friendly. The property's very hot. It's very big. I can't complain. It's just perfect.
If it's saving money on bills, it's very important, isn't it? Because you work for every penny you get, and then you're paying all these bills out. So what me and my partner work for, you'd think we'd be loaded now, like, oh, they've got this, they've got that, this and that, but we've not. So you don't have much left here when you've got shopping and kids to feed. And so if it's going to save us money, then yeah, I'd be really pleased. I got told it was an eco home and you'd save money and things like that, but the day that I come to sign for my keys, so did a lot of other people. So you'd have to meet at your door number of your house. You come in because the doors was open, and a woman give you a folder, and there was biscuits and tea bags to make a brew, and then she just went. When we first got the house, I was thinking, oh, if it's solar panelled, you don't have to pay for gas, electric. I thought it'd all come through the sun and everything was free, but apparently it's not. I had gas meters in my old house, you know, so you've got to top them up. So I was forever at the shop because it's so cold in them houses anyway. To heat them up all night, you couldn't do that. So yeah, it cost me a lot. If it was winter, I'd say at least £20 a week. And that's not having the heating on all day and night neither. Kids are at school all day, so you don't put it on, so then you put it on overnight to get them warm. But it was still always cold. When I went to view the house, I remember going with my dad, and it was really hot inside the house. When I walked in, it was really hot, and there was one of the workmen there, and he'd put the heating on anyway to warm up the house for you, but it'd not even been on that long, and the house was really warm. They're not that high, actually, the bills, no, because once my partner pays them all monthly. But like I said before, we've not had an electric bill for this year, so he thinks it's through the solar panels, and I think we pay £40 a month for gas. So that's cheaper than what we was paying.
I'm still paying the same now as what I did in the other house. I put in £60 a fortnight, but I've got a large family as well. It could be because I do use a lot of electricity. Everything is, my dishwasher is, my cooker is, everything's eco-friendly. My washer, my dryer. So yeah, I thought I would save a little bit more.
Do you sort of worry about your energy bills?
Now I do. Now I do, because we are struggling a little bit now. But yeah.
Is that because the prices have gone up?
The prices have gone up now. British gas has gone up. Everything's going up, and we're going down.
Yeah, I thought it would be a good thing because on the in the pack that you get from the developers, it shows you like the green, the red, you know, what types of houses people live in regards to the efficiency of living in an eco home. It seemed to be better and more financially better for myself, really.
It took me, I think it took me 2.5 weeks to realise how to use the central heating, and that was reading the folder every night. So not knowing just took me weeks to figure it out, and then I had to go back telling all my neighbours, well, this is how you work your central heating. Joanna across the road, she moved in after me, a few months after me, and she was like, my water's not on, I don't know why, so I've gone over and had to show her. If they've set it onto a timer, which all of them was, your water just comes on in them times, you know, if it's not on the timer, then it doesn't come on. Like I just said, it took me at least 2 weeks to figure out how to use the central heating. Well, it's at the bottom of the stairs, that's where the dial is in the control panel for everything. So I've just stood there for days on end reading, page by page, instruction by instruction, how to set it up, but it wasn't that easy. I've told you, because of the controls at the bottom of the stairs, because the temperature's not the right temperature it should be. It depends what mood the heating's in. You can switch it on and 10 minutes later it's not come on. So I've got to go and turn it off and then return it back on again and turn it off and return it back on. And then it does come on. Can't put the downstairs light on to show you, but luckily enough, it has a light on the system. When the electrician came, he said because it says 50 Celsius outdoors, he said, does that mean it's really hot? That when I'm switching my heating on, it won't come on. So really, it should be on auto or manual, and then I can just turn it down. So it's, but I have to turn it off to return it on all the time to get it to work, but it doesn't always work. The only thing I know is how to turn the heating and the hot water on and off, that's it. But there's things on it like basic date, summer or winter. That's to set like your, I don't know if that's for the heating or the hot water, but it has Monday to Sunday, so you put the times of the stuff you want on the water and the heating. No, there's the hot water. So I've got it, so it should be on from 7:30 till 11 o'clock at night, my hot water, because everyone's always in the shower. But by the time everyone's had a shower, come 8:30, if you're going to get in the bath, you can't, because there's no hot water.
No one told me about this house really, I'd done it all myself, and no one explained about the eco power or the heating or the system, the boiler. Just sussed it all out myself. I found it hard. I've got the alarms, I've got switches that I didn't know about, boilers that I didn't know about, what I don't touch. I just got a booklet given to me, and then I done it myself. Michelle got her fella then.
Can you tell us about that then? So you asked your neighbour?
My neighbour to come and help me do my boiler and my heating, and she come over and show me what was what. But she didn't have a clue herself really, but she tried. I've just learned this is my heating. I've got a bit of like, not much, not ever. I've had it set because it took me a year to do it, so I don't know, so it's set as it is, I don't touch it or anything, so. In the other house I didn't have none of this, the radiators, I had no radiators, I had blowout air heating, so I was always at the doctor's, kids' chesty coughs. Quite pleased. Every radiator in every room, so don't use them.
Are they switched off?
Yeah, don't use them. I don't know how to use them, so they're always off. So maybe that's why it's cold in the mornings, because I don't put them on or anything. I don't touch nothing that I don't know about. I know it's on and off, but I've never used it. I don't know if it's to do with anything with this heating to the boiler, so. It's usually quite warm on some days.
So before you didn't have any central heating?
No, nothing. I had blowout air in one room, that was it. That was my living room.
How did you heat the rest of the house?
No little fan heaters off the housing before we moved. They used to give us blow heating. It was stuff like that we had. Yeah, it is a lot warmer, like I said. So we do enjoy it more.
The manual was quite big to look at, and to understand that you didn't really need to do much in regards to heating the property, it was, you need to leave it on. I was quite scared, thinking, why would I need to leave it on constantly? Because usually you turn it off, or you put it on auto so it comes on and off when you want it to. But he said that you never turn it off, as it could cause problems within the property. So that was a bit nervous. It's understanding the heating as well, and thinking, would it cost me more? What's it running off? I didn't understand that it wouldn't be running much off gas, it'd be more of electric and things like that, and wind. And also it was situated outside the back garden, which I found a bit of a problem with the children. And this is the heat source pump outside the back. This is the whole system. This is where it's basically like a fridge freezer, they say, where the fan comes on and will release the air that's been set inside the house and also bring in new fresh air from behind. I do find it a bit of a problem with the children because obviously it's not guarded or anything, and also they can access the backs where all the wires are and everything like that. The children find it very funny when they can feel the air coming on and off. I probably would have preferred it if they would have moved it more towards the back, but obviously they've got to generate the air. But I think they should have caged it off a bit with some netting or something where the children can't access it at all. And this is where we have the heating system, which is very big, looks very scary, but I hardly go in there. So basically they told me I don't need to touch anything. It works by itself, just never turn it off. And that's the contraption that we have in our homes. That's very big.
I'm always hot, and I've only just recently shown everyone how to use the central heating. I said, no, I've had to learn, you can learn, and now everyone knows. I'm forever turning it off. My partner, and there's only my son that know how to use it, my daughter, she can just about fry an egg, never mind use the central heating system. So, no, they're all right, they know. It's never on during the day anyway, because everyone's out. We're all at work and things, so it's just overnight. And then once it's on, it's only on for about half an hour and I have to turn it off because it's too hot. It's always hot. Always hot. You can imagine it now, so imagine it when it's summer. Yeah, we're in an eco-friendly house and then I'm plugging in electric fans everywhere to cool it down.
Yeah, a lot warmer than what we used to wake up to. You know what I mean? We used to have to make sure the boys had socks on, slippers on, pyjamas, but now they can run around as they are. It did with the babies, you know what I mean, because they're just crying. It was cold and wanted to get dressed, so they was dressed as soon as they got up. But they could just run around in their nappies and be alright, feel alright. In the summer it is hot houses, you know what I mean. You couldn't sit in here, you'd have to be outside. It's more cooler outside than what it was at the night time. You leave your windows open for the kids because the rooms was that warm.
In the summer it was very warm in here. It was very like a greenhouse. But hopefully in the winter it's going to be the same, where I wake up in the morning, it's not going to be too cold, or I don't need to worry about if the setting's right, is it going to come on at the right time. If the temperature drops in the night time, as I say, if it drops, then the heaters come on automatically, so hopefully that will make it a lot better. This is a thermostat which is already set on 30 degrees. I do not need to change it, but if I want to reset or program it, the initial setting is here. And temperature can go up or down, so if I feel that it's getting too warm, I can adjust the temperatures from here. Yeah, they say not to put it up too high. You need to put it on maybe 30 or below and just keep it at a constant heat. Whereas if the temperature drops below 30 within the room, the heater will come on and then replace the heat, so it'll go back up as well. So you can use a dial here to put it up or down. And then also, if you want to reset the program, if it's not coming on when you want it to and you want to time it, you can actually do that from in here. We also got another thermostat which is based outside in the hallway. This one you can turn the actual system on and off, or you can change the settings from if you want to change it if you're going on holidays, or if you want it to come on in the daytime, and you can reprogram it from here as well.
Big folder, but it's a pack with everything you need to know about your house, the alarm, gas, electric, solar panels, central heating, lights, everything. But that's all you got. You got this folder, but nothing, no one was there to say. See, it might have been better if the woman said, right, this is how you work your central heating, and no, none of that. If you're not clued up with things like that, it's a brand new heating system, isn't it? So there's timers for everything, and everything's on auto, so the heating and hot water comes on to what the builders have put it on, you know, when they've done the house, things like that. There's a cupboard upstairs where the main thing is for the solar panels. I thought you had to go in that cupboard and switch it on, and I didn't know they was automatically just working. So this is just a random switch with fan roll on it. I couldn't tell you what it's for. I shouldn't point out the fault. It says dishwasher there, so when I moved in, I plugged my washing machine in over here because it says washing machine, and then my partner's gone, why is the washer there? I went, because that's where it goes, and he went, no, it's not, because the holes in the piping are all there. But if you wasn't clued up, like I wasn't, you're not putting your washing machine in the right place because it doesn't say it on the switches. Up there, I thought there was temperature gauges, so if your house gets to a certain temperature, it switches itself off. But then some neighbours said, no, it's where the gas pipes are, so from what I've been told to what someone else is telling me, it's just something else that I don't know what it's for, really. It could be a really important thing in the house, and I'll never know. Depends what mood it's in. It's a sensitive house. This is my eco-friendly house with my solar panels that I don't know too much about. I haven't got a clue how to work it or what to do with it. It's no one explained anything about this or this. This is all new to me.
So do you set it? You
No,
can't?
I ain't got a clue. Don't touch it. Got nothing.
What they were, but I just didn't know about them. I still don't know how they work to this day, how it saves you electric or what it does. But if I could change out just the electrics, the way it works and the way it all is explained more to us, that's the only downfall really. I don't think you can see them really. They're just at the top of the roof. Don't know much about them or what they do, but they're there.
So when he showed us round, he told me what was in there, and it was an eco home. So I was a bit nervous, not knowing what an eco home was, and he explained about the heating system was different and things like that, and gave me a manual to look at. I never heard of air source heat pumps at all. I've heard of what's it called now? Solar panels, things like that, but I never heard of the heat source. No.
I would switch the downstairs light on, but because I can't seem to get light bulbs from anywhere, and the web address that I've been given off the housing, 2 different web addresses, one of them they don't sell them and the other one doesn't exist, so trying to find light bulbs, so I can't put the downstairs light on. There's not much light coming through here unless I open my toilet door. This, hard work to get the fittings, the lights, very hard to get your lights, can't get them, don't know where to get them from, no one's explained where we get them from, so I've got no light in here at all, to be truthful. It's quite a few things that I don't like, but genuinely, yeah, that's the word. Genuinely. Yeah, I'm happy with this house. I've always said, well, we always have showers anyway, but it's nice to get in the bath, isn't it? But I've always said I'm sure it's a man that's designed these houses, because women, knowing women, you throw your head in the sink if you need to wash your hair. You know, if you rush in, throw your head in the sink. We haven't got taps in none of the sinks, it's the bar one that comes over. I said a man's got to have designed this house, and if it was a woman, you'd think about things like that, wouldn't you? No, I think it felt more like home because no one else has ever lived in it. So like you come in and all the walls are magnolia and no one's ever been in this house. No one's painted it or nothing. So I think it felt like home as soon as I come in.
And how long were you at your old house for then?
10 years. I died for my children brought up there.
So you really...
I enjoyed it, yeah. I loved it. I could go back today if I would.
So were you a bit gutted when they said they were taking you down?
Yeah, because my mum lived across the road as well, so they took my family away as well as my friends, you know what I mean, just shoved us in a little place. Kids feel like it's home, but it's just taken me a little bit longer.
I've always recycled anyway, and made sure that the children understand that we put the cardboards in one bin, we put the food waste in the food bin and things like that. But in regards to saving money for myself, in regards to electricity bills and things like that, it's only been in this house because I lived with my mum before, where it was more, I helped my mum with her bills and things like that. So I've not really seen the difference yet, whereas I now will in regards to making sure that the switches are off and things are done properly within my property. In regards to making sure that if the things plugged in, like the kettle, the washing machine, they're all switched off and never left on. I make sure that the light bulbs are the right light bulbs for using less and paying less. So it does make me think more as well. I'd like people to plan more better in regards to making sure that everyone's home is more fuel efficient, because if obviously the new builds are being made this way, what about the old properties? Can they be changed? Can they be helped in regards to their bills and things like that? Hopefully that they will be able to find a system that we could live differently in regards to where we get our electricity, gas and things like that, how we use them as well.